I'm distracted. I'm not going to be able to do the show.
Hello, all my cosplayers, game players, tabletop players, my nerds, my geeks, my dorks. It is the Untitled Super Cool Nerd Show. And over here, that is, well, I'm just going to go from left to right.
This is Sean.
You might want to.
He's got the music playing.
Don't judge me. Anyway. No. We got our panel this week. It's our good friend Chachi is joining us again. What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Got the Wraith stuff over there.
As always.
My buddy Sean is joining us. We got our host Chris Danger over there.
That's Professor Chris Danger.
Professor,
I'm now the professor.
What's your PhD in?
That's why we gave you the little mic.
You made that up.
Funkiness, baby. Funkiness.
And
Professor
MC.
Funk.
And MC is over there twisting the ones and twos and doing the knobs and that thing that Chris says all the time. Muse is, you can raise that mic up, you know. There's
How do I raise this mic up?
Oh, God. He's technically challenged here. There we go.
Oh, my.
All right, Muse is not joining us tonight, but Muse is doing important school stuff so she can graduate and have more free time to do this.
And pay us money to do the show?
But she will not be being punished for missing this broadcast. This was a perfectly viable explanation and not Xbox time. But if you want to see her punishment, please go to my channel, YouTube /Jason the X, and you can see Muse helping me with the toy review.
It involves peanut butter and a riding crop.
No, it involved a bikini. Never say, I'll do anything to make it up to you. I am so sorry. Anything? Okay.
I didn't need to hear that.
Does your wife watch this show?
She was the one that said Muse had to pay for it.
Oh.
She was trying to talk her way out of it. She's like, Becky, make him don't do this. Nope. No, she was a good sport about it. She took her lumps like a champ. So
for your amusement, we are going split screen so you can see the entire panel.
No way. Let me see this thing.
Am I on? This
oh my God, we did. Hey, chatters, what's up, man?
Hey, you can even see the Stormtrooper in there.
Yep. Oh, this.
He looks good in your hat.
You brought this huge, like 2-foot Stormtrooper in here. See, I'll bring manageable toys in to do the show. Yeah. Chris, what are you doing there, man? You're on your Facebook page. I can see it.
Yes, I'm in the Facebook, like all the kids do these days.
Chris, have you seen the iPad Mini?
Yeah, I have. Not impressed.
Oh, for what an iPhone is too small and an iPad too big. It's the iPad Mini. I want the iPhone Mini now. I think there's a market for it. It'd be like a little nano type thing with like this little tiny screen.
Oh, it is like a little Bluetooth thing?
I just want to see people talking on it because it'll look as ridiculous as people with the Samsung Note.
Sure.
With that, it looks like they got a dinner plate upside their head. I love that thing. My friend Neil tried to convince me to buy one of those. I'm glad I didn't listen to him because that thing is huge. It's basically the iPad Mini, but Samsung made. Anyway, Chris, you want to announce the sad news that?
Well,
I did a promo this week.
I really wouldn't call it sad news. I would call it.
This is the last.
Well, this is the last show with
ever. Well, this is the last show ever.
Yeah, because somebody had to run it for us.
It's the
Jason.
last show ever. I'm sorry, guys.
You had to. Something about your wife making you do, like household things, like be responsible or something.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just pulling out my butt.
Becky knows I'm not responsible.
Yeah. Is that why Eddie was like running around the house doing this with his underpants?
He takes after his father. I'm not going to say he learned to run around in he learned streaking from me, but he may have learned it from somebody in the house. So there.
So it's bra man and little undies?
Hey, he admires Bra Man. He is a hero to this city, and, I won't hear anybody bad-mouthing Bra Man. He personally saved me from 2 muggers the other day.
Okay, so what was the news? Let's get back to
the show is over. We're not doing there's no more Untitled Super Cool Nerd Show. There.
Yeah, that's done.
Okay, fine. I'll
finish.
Stop.
What do you want me to tell him, or you want everybody?
I want you to tell him. Stop messing with your iPad.
Okay, well, I'll tell everybody. Guys, guess what? The current version of the show is over, but that's right. We're continuing on. We've got a new name, new title. Oh, thank you.
And if you go to the website, you've already figured it out.
That's right, kids. We are officially now SCNS : live.
Wait, what?
Colon?
Colon.
No, no colon.
I didn't know there's a colon.
There's no colon.
There's colon.
There's not going to be a colon.
There's going to be a colon.
No.
Master Chief agrees. He thinks there should be a colon. That's right. Tell him, Master Chief, you agree.
We're not going to go SCNS : live. That is horrible.
You guys are pretty anal about the colon.
What about what about a dash? Is a dash acceptable?
How about a underscore?
How about a space?
Just a blank space.
Good Lord.
I think a colon works because it states something and it's cool.
This is going to be a running gag during the show.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna fight about the colon the whole next season. How about that?
Oh God.
We'll be
I'm not
swinging
gonna-
the colon around.
I am not acknowledging the colon. This is
It
my
will get
official
messy.
protest against the colon.
You're saying the
Apparently-
colon's a pretty shitty thing?
Apparently, one of the chatters has had a heart attack. We're going to talk about this colon thing.
Oh, is it Cesar?
I wish Kat was here to just run off with the colon thing.
I'm not touching that with a 100-foot pole, dude.
Enough about the colon. God, did we just eat up like 2 minutes talking about a damned colon?
Talking about your colon or my colon?
No, the colon that the theoretical colon that I will not
The
acknowledge.
theoretical colon. Okay.
Oh,
Is that a colon? Is it like a figment of your imagination?
This joke has gone too far.
I'll agree.
Hey, I'll just keep doing it, dude. That's what I do. Do. I just made a.
So
I
yeah,
just
that's
made
the
a
name of
poop
the new
joke.
show.
I like poop jokes.
SCNS Space Live. We're gonna fight about this mess here. I'm telling you. Anyway, that's the plans, and I am sorry for the heart attack. I gotta actually chat here. What y'all like talk? I'm about to
I do have a little bit of Wraith news.
Please
Tell us.
share Wraith news.
Muse is now a member of the crew.
Why would you do that?
Is she playing a titular character?
She's a member of the crew, not the cast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she will
'Cause I
now.
was hoping that you would kill her in the movie.
She's going to be helping us out with wardrobe with her cosplay skills. Will be helping us with the wardrobe.
that- That's pretty amazing,
She is
actually.
pretty
That's-
talented in that department. So cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, speaking of the Chica, she
Can we
appears to be
come to
online.
your shoots and harass her?
No, you can come to the rehearsals.
Okay,
harass her.
that's fair enough. I'll take her rehearsals.
Yeah.
That's cool. If you guys saw this weekend, we did some green screen interviews. That's something new we're doing. The first one did not work out so well.
Yeah, I jacked that up.
Yeah, well, we kind of both jacked that up, and then I had an epiphany on how to do it the correct way. And
I heard you were wearing a green shirt.
oh, that was during the broadcast.
That was last Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
Never
But
wear
it was
a
still
green
awesome.
shirt on a green screen. You can see right there. Well, we also did the joke vid because, of course, if you got a green screen, you've been shooting stuff all day. You got to goof around with a little bit. So we did the headless video thing, which I think was pretty cool. I thought it was cool. We were
Obviously, some people have too much free time during
We're-
their weekends.
easily amused. Oh yeah, MC Muse and Jason X working hard, shooting promos.
Hey, I'm still unpacking my house, dude.
You've been unpacking your house for 2 months now.
Not entirely. Actually, about a month and a quarter.
Yeah,
Still, though.
I spent like 4 days video in editing
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I think MC just pretty much had it this weekend and went and bought a new rig and everything. He's like, I ain't doing this anymore. He just
I had
went
enough
like,
of this thing.
he puts up a picture of this thing with like double screens. I'm like, holy crap!
So, did you get a copy of Guild Wars 2 with your new rig, sir?
Why would he get that?
No, it's only going to be a video production.
So it's
rig.
not going to be a high-end gaming machine as well.
It's going to be virginal.
He doesn't even give me.
So
the
you haven't
password to
popped
it.
its cherry yet, is what you're saying.
I'm only putting show stuff on.
I tried to get on there and like, play
Okay.
some WoW or something. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't play no WoW.
Oh, why don't you give him a copy? Hey, what?
He will not give me.
Get him
the
Far Cry 3. That comes out next week. You might enjoy it.
You know what I'm trying to arrange for us?
What are you trying to arrange for us?
I can't tell you because it's going to be a surprise.
Why bring it up?
Yeah, come on, dude. Tell us all.
To torture you guys.
You're
That's
a dang
why.
tease.
And you're torturing your viewing
He's
audience.
being just such
I'll
a
tell
prick
you
tease
off
tonight.
air because I don't want to say it in front of people, but I'll tell y'all off air. I'll tell you during the break.
Oh, we're not people now?
No,
Is that
you're-
what you said? We're not people?
I'm just saying.
Well, you got to be like that.
I'm just
Is
saying,
it
man.
brown or see-through?
That's that's liquor.
I'm trying to narrow it down.
Hey.
Okay. All right. So, what are our plans? Because we are taking a break. This is going to be our last show. We're gonna. Well, when is the North Texas Comic Book Show?
That's in January.
I know
5th
it's
and
in-
6th.
Huh? 5th and 6th.
First weekend of January.
That is when we will be premiering the new show under the new title, hopefully with some new stuff.
Maybe some new accoutrement with it as well.
Oh wow, you used a French word.
Accoutrement.
Is it accoutre? I thought it was just
It's
accoutrement.
accoutrement, but I put the ante on the end, made it sound Spanish.
I thought it was pronounced accoutrement.
Ah, that's
Accoutrement.
that's what I was gonna say.
That sounded better.
Hey.
Chris changes words because they're not good enough for him.
Yeah, I
Because
gotta
I
make
know
it
what
better.
they mean. That's why.
I gotta make it mine.
Oh Jesus. Anyway,
Yes.
not you. Anyway, what the hell was I saying before you interrupted me? Again.
You're talking about how awesome it is that we're broadcasting from Madness.
Yeah, we haven't even talked
we haven't
about
even said, yes, we're at Madness Comics in Plano, Texas. I didn't even say that.
I
Yeah.
completely forgot where we are.
I got to give big thanks to Chris, who I was in email correspondence with. He let us do the show here. So, Madness Comics. I'll get the
Thank you
address.
guys for letting us come and take over your territory on a Thursday
I'll
night.
get the information to a proper plug for it. So.
Well, one of the best things about Madness and what brought me to the store is it's open till midnight on Fridays and Saturdays.
That is awesome.
So
that is pretty amazing.
if you're ever just out, I mean, it's a fun
That's
place
madness.
to go, and they always have card games going on, and there's a lot of things going on.
Let me get the plug in here. Madness Madness Games and Comics, located at 3000 Custer Road, Suite 150, Plano, Texas 75075. Come on down. They got a cool store here.
I was looking around before the show, and they have dice, and more dice. It's amazing. And also board games.
You got anything
Yeah,
related to
it's
that?
a great
Okay.
game store.
I got some. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got in news this week. I got a board game to announce. Why change the title? One of the chatters asking, why change the title? What's the problem? Or just change for change?
Well, do you want me to field this one?
Well, it's kind of both of us. It's kind of like, we came up with this pretty much as a joke.
The title of
was
the
a
show
joke
originally
that-
was kind of an inside joke because
and just kept going.
it was just like a really unfunny joke that just kept rolling
Like
and
a
rolling and
snowball
rolling.
going downhill you can't get a control of.
Yes, exactly.
Kind of
And
like the colon joke, right?
Exactly like the cold.
that's a pretty crappy joke, dude.
Well,
Anyways,
when you put Untitled in the title, it kind of says something like we haven't finished making a title. So, if you
Which was
take-
exactly why.
yeah. So we want to kind of present a more finished image, like we are actually moving.
I'm glad that you explained the joke for us as
It'll
far
be
as what the
the s-
original title was.
Yeah, it'll be
I was
the s-
really curious about that. So now I get the joke. It's
We're
funny.
still going to have the same stuff that we
Stuff.
got now. Nothing's changing. It's just,
We're-
the name is changing.
well, the name
Now
is
it's just
cha-
title.
And our cards.
No, we have a
and
title.
And the stickers.
and things are going to look a little
banner.
cooler. No, what we were saying is that the Untitled title was sort of, as I mentioned, Jason was saying here, is that it was a joke, kind of a little goofy, tongue-in-cheek joke, because there's other shows that are the inner nerd show, and we're friends with those folks. They're great people, but no, we went with Untitled because we wanted to be something a little different. We wanted to say, hey, I don't believe in the
They kept sending me
gaming cool nerd show or the comic book cool nerd show or the Transformer guy who
that was my first pick.
It's like your freshman year at college. You're undeclared.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
The
Season one.
Transformer collector,
But with
Jason
less
X, and
chlamydia.
that other guy.
our show.
So we're more or less saying that we have found ourselves.
We found our niche. Yes.
And we have new crew members now.
That's right. We're bringing on some new team members.
Yeah, we put the call out, and we got some very talented people to answer the call. It's kind of like shining a bat signal up in the air.
It's like Ron Burgundy blowing a
Conch.
conch and saying "News team assemble."
We need that sound bit back.
We have it. And the thing is we wanted to grow this from the beginning, and we've had, and I'll use the term blessing. Just Jason and myself have known some really cool folks, and we've brought in some amazing folks. Master Chief was the first one. That's what his new name. It's not MC the Camera. He is now Master Chief. I think it works better.
Is that
I
where,
like
is
it.
that what the MC?
He is a
stood
Spartan.
for?
He is a Spartan, man.
Oh.
To further differentiate
okay.
us.
Okay.
He is a Spartan, and he doesn't take any crap from anybody. That's why we respect him. But no, we wanted to grow this in the beginning. Of course, we have the crew. I like to call them the family.
Who?
Your family. They're
Oh, my
awesome
family.
people. My family, not so much.
They don't
They're
help.
okay.
Except for MC, the rest of them do nothing.
Well, except when Eddie runs around with his underwear every second, going, wee!
Yeah, my wife goes, you know what he did while you were doing your little show?
What'd he do?
No, that's pretty much how it
Well,
ended.
I like how Eddie waits until you leave, and then he does the most terrible stuff.
Hey. You know,
I
that's
see it
about
every time.
some- about setting
I
the
don't
dog
play
on
that,
fire.
That's why.
No, anyways, but no, we wanted to grow this from the beginning, and we had just a lot of really cool ideas. And now that that we are independent, we've been doing this for a little bit. We decided it's time to bring in more into the fold. So, we're going to be doing new segments. We're going to be doing a little bit more, a lot more with the YouTube channel. By the way, we're just kind of saying that right now. We're going to be doing some new stuff with folks. We've got a lot of stuff planned. We even have considered, and Jason, can I say this already, or do we want to wait on
Who,
this?
what, huh?
About possibly doing some other ideas for other programming Can we talk about that yet, or we want to wait?
So many secrets.
If you have something to say about that, go right ahead.
Well, I was going to say we are in the process right now of looking at creating some additional programming to go along with the SCNS live team. We're going to be putting something together. We're not ready to talk completely about it yet, but we'll just say.
Is this still your nephew having?
No, this is a lot of other
want
things.
kids, man.
He actually may be doing something with us at a con in the
Not
not
even
too
my
distant
own
future.
kids.
Well, my nephew's he'll be 11, so he's a little more mature.
Yeah, you keep trying. Hey, bring your daughter on the show. No.
Oh, let's do it.
Or bring Eddie on the show. Why would I do that?
I like this guy behind me.
Well, yeah, what's
He looks
that
like a
gonna say?
jovial fellow, kind of like Santa Claus. In a way,
That's my boy.
It's like, no.
he's cool.
No, you're
A
wrong.
blonde-headed Santa Claus.
Well,
No.
he's not old enough yet.
He's not old, but do you race radio-controlled vehicles? Yes. Very nice.
All right.
Would you like a show? Welcome to the team.
That is not how you interview people for the job.
I'm just spot. Apparently, BMO is mad about that. BMO mad.
That's
Anyways,
not how we interview people. Hey, you want a show? Okay, he's in.
you know, it's kind of like that movie UHF. You
That's
know,
how
Weird Al
Muse
says,
got the
"Hey, Stanley,
job."
you want?" It's like UHF, where Weird Al goes, but asks Stanley, "Hey, Stanley, you want a show?" Yeah. Good, you can have it. That's what we're gonna start doing with people.
Well, I think one of the solid ideas that we came up with was like a little bit of a movie critic show.
With
Or just integrate that into the show.
well,
Just focused right on movies.
we're talking about doing
And
a movie program.
I did get some email on that. Somebody was asking that we do more film reviews.
Well, let's look at this table and see who has the most experience with film. Jason, not really.
Yeah,
You're just a figure guy. Me,
film
I
weird
like video
promos.
games. Oh, we have Chachi Baracho
Yeah,
right
I
next
got
to
a
us.
little
here.
bit of experience. Just
A
a
little-
tad.
a
A
little
little
bit of experience.
experience.
Yeah.
He's
just a
literally
tad.
been fingered on air.
Oh my!
What?
That's it.
You guys seen that video? Oh, this. Okay, sorry.
Or
Got confused.
What is this?
Fingered.
Uh,
We just pointed at you.
The show's just going straight to hell.
Already been there. I know I'm going. You announced.
Well, we've also got a couple of. We were talking movie criticism. Chachi and I were discussing this. Chachi, we're thinking about if you would like to be part of our team and you would like to do some. I don't know.
He sounds like he's about to propose.
Well, Chachi, I've known you for so long.
Oh my God.
Get
I can't this
down on
happening
the
away for
knees.
so long.
Let's get the vapors here. Anyways,
Take
How
a
you
knee.
do
Getting
But
verklempt.
we're talking about we were thinking about doing some film criticism shows. We maybe have you join us. It's kind of if it's its own show. We're basically maybe do like a little half hour each week. We talk films. Maybe we could expand to 90 minutes if you feel good. And we're also talking some other ideas, including some ideas for comedy. One person and myself have been discussing this for a very long time, even before SCNS. Remember I was telling you about the other night, MC?
No.
How'd you
no.
like to find out the best way to find out bad news?
How's that?
What?
We were talking, me and a certain person who,
Behind my back, might I add?
he's part of our team already. He and I were discussing this. In fact, I mentioned it to young Master Chief here earlier this week. We were talking about an idea, and I'm not ready to reveal. Let's just say I'll put it this way: news stories, and puppets.
Now I remember what you're
News
talking
stories and puppets.
about. I don't know.
You're gonna have to wait.
Where's
What kind
the
of
shark
puppet?
so
Like
that we can
marionettes,
jump over it?
Muppets, sock puppets? Just
Let's just say it's going to be some sort of puppetry and news stories.
okay.
I'll tell you all off air.
Oh man!
I want to say this. I want to save surprises for the kids. You know, like to
we
watch
only
our
have
program.
like a 10-minute break over the break, so we won't talk about too much. All right. There's
And
plenty
then
of time
I think the term talk means he's going to take me out of his truck and beat the crap out of me.
No,
Hoffa
there's going to be
style.
some wall-to-wall counseling. That's about it.
Wall to wall counseling? Oh no. Oh, God, what did I get myself into? But no, the network. I actually would like to call us a network. I mean, we're building towards that, and we've got ideas for other shows, including this guy here. Have you ever wanted to just talk about action figures all day?
I thought I'd do that already.
Well, more to a degree with maybe a partner that actually knows a lot about action figures.
Oh, we got plans for an action figure thing, me and him. Yeah,
Is
that's
there?
right. We've been talking behind your back. Oh, shocker!
Oh my goodness, there's just
Dissension in the
This shocker?
ranks.
too
Wow.
much sedition and backstabbing.
No.
Drama.
Sean and I, before we even started the Untitled show,
Yeah.
we were talking about doing a film that's going to be hilarious. So it's a short.
You mean it's
Yeah.
a short, like it's like under 4 feet tall, or it's less than 15 minutes?
This cord is long enough to choke you. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Hey, you're asking. I'm just
No. Sean
inquiring.
and I are both toy hunters. We go about the city. We know all the crazy things that we do in support of our
That's too cool. Let me see.
our addiction. So we're gonna kind of make fun of that. So as if it wasn't easy enough to make fun of it already, like driving to South Lake to get a Masterpiece Optimus Prime.
You see that is quality entertainment.
You know, I was stuck in traffic on 635 all the way back home, and I did not complain one bit because I was just like, I'm going home to open up this Masterpiece Optimus
I
Prime.
know, and you're stopping at stoplights,
Were you-
opening it a
I
little
didn't even
bit,
care.
driving
No,
a little bit
no,
more,
no.
open a little bit.
God,
Well,
this is the thing that toy hunters do. We do this.
That is definitely it's an art. It's a passion. Some even may say it's a sickness. But
There's a razor blade.
Damn
in
it,
my
I
cup
respect
holder
it.
for opening up toys in my car.
You're nerd.
My
your
nerve food is strong.
yes,
We-
yes, yes.
Oh wait, so I got a question.
Ask.
Sorry. Have any of you guys been to Denny's lately?
Why would
yes, I heard they are basing a movie
So-
around a menu.
So I went
What?
there the other day,
Oh, I got to hear about this.
and it was like 3:30 in the morning,
3:30 in the morning. Not
and we're sitting down, and they hand me a menu that is a Hobbit menu, and there's a Hobbit hole breakfast
Yes.
where you can get a bagel where it's cut out in the middle, and they fry an egg, and it's. I remember a few years ago they had a showing of the 3 Lord of the Rings movies
In a Denny's?
at the Alamo
At a
Draft
Denny's.
House in
Oh,
Austin.
okay, I thought it was at a Denny's.
And they had a nine-course meal served throughout the day, and they were all Hobbit themed menu items. And I remember being like, oh man, if I could go to that, that'd be so awesome. But now you can go to Denny's and order this stuff, and I brought some trading cards because after you leave, they give you some Hobbit trading cards.
And look, a free beverage.
But it's yeah, with coupons and stuff.
So Sean,
But
do you
it's
need,
awesome.
Like I
scales
Balin.
to find the
I
holographic
didn't
card?
see. I didn't need to weigh these because I don't think there's any holographic cards. But
I never go to
blows.
Denny's.
Oh, I thought I was.
But yeah, if you haven't been to Denny's recently, you should check it out. It's
You know,
pretty
and
sweet.
I got to say, one of the most interesting promotional tie-in campaigns I've ever seen with any movie. Oh, I love the commercial. If you've seen the spot on TV, it's like, oh, so they based this, they made this movie after this menu. I'm like, what the hell? What were they thinking?
What do you mean?
You haven't seen this? You haven't seen the TV spots for this?
No.
Okay,
I mean, I
they-
was caught off guard. It was
Yeah, this old lady goes in with her grandkid or whatever. Says, you know, at Denny's they now have this new they have this new movie, The Hobbit's based off the menu. It's like
I'm going to follow it up with something funny.
it was horrible. I'm just like, God. That reminds me of like going someplace with like my parents or something, and
I-
then saying something
I mean,
really.
I was so excited at the menu. I ordered twice as much as I would normally get, which I'm a fat dude to begin with, so I don't need
I'm
an
not touching
excuse
it with
to
a
order
100-foot
more.
pole, pal.
But I was just like, oh yes, and man, it was awesome. So
There's a place in Houston actually called the Hobbit Hole Cafe.
really,
Yeah, it's been there for years.
oh that's awesome.
Yeah. A lot of hippie food, but it's pretty good.
I would like to add that we were watching. Did anybody watch Walking Dead this week?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I caught
Okay.
what you. Yeah.
Is that a show?
Yeah, I would like to say that whoever thought it was a good idea that after the zombies did a smorgasbord on some guy to run a KFC commercial,
Immediately,
F you.
immediately afterwards. Like
I mean, as soon as they're pulling guts out, and then they immediately go to a grilled chicken recipe, a grilled chicken commercial for KFC.
you know,
I was yelling in my house. I'm like, oh,
that didn't make you hungry.
But you know, there's a group of
You,
people out there who
you.
is like, yes, yes. Now I'm totally down for some chicken.
go get chicken.
Okay, so what I feel like the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead I gave grace because I was such a big fan of the comics. It was a good show, but then this 3rd season has been a great. It made the transition to being a great show because
Yeah,
every episode has been amazing.
Yeah, I almost stopped watching after season 2 because I was really not
Mhm.
caring for what they were doing. And season 3 has been so
They
strong.
spent
Where it's
too
like,
long
yes,
looking
I'm
for that
here.
heifer.
I'm here.
And I feel like that they have been writing it, knowing that people know that's what's going to happen in the comics,
I will say this. I like.
and then doing a twist on it.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I didn't mean to do that there. I like the inclusion of the governor. The guy is just, you don't know if he's evil. He's just insane.
I
It's pretty clear he's evil,
I think.
Yeah.
But what is his evil
Evil is
driven by
definitely
is the
there.
question.
is it what?
What is evil driven by?
Power.
Is it driven by
He's evil.
Unlimited
Is he-
power.
What's my evil driven by?
Thank you, Ian McDermott. I appreciate that. No, I'm just curious if he's driven by like is it by loss? Is it by just he was just a terrible son of a bitch before everything started, or
Or he's
was
just
he
a
a
crazy
nice
person.
guy? Was it
Or
more
he's
than-
just some crazy dude.
yeah.
But
But I will
loves to
say,
scribble in his notebook.
I will say, who is it? It's David Moore. Is it David Morrissey or David, the character, the guy that played him? David.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was the guy who was the next Doctor when he really wasn't the Doctor.
I think that the governor kind of represents Rick's potential in a lot of ways.
Or where Rick could go. If he
Well,
didn't
yeah, exactly.
hold
Like
back.
where Rick has been kind of going.
Mhm.
It's just that, but further.
Mhm.
No longer a
So-
democracy on the show. On the show, it's a dictatorship.
Right.
Mhm.
I like that line. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't think I realized this last show how much I cared about Glenn and Maggie. I was like, if you take anything except for Daryl and Glenn and Maggie, that was like my holy trinity of like, please don't take.
Sure.
I was
Well,
like,
if you
here,
follow
you
the
can throw Carl
comments,
to the wolves.
Hey,
We got
don't
Carol
knock
back.
Carl.
We got Carol back, so they got to take somebody.
I've been racking my brain with who's on the chopping block.
But was
This
anybody
next
actually
week.
missing Carol? I mean, besides the characters, I mean, as the audience.
Okay,
Not
here's
really.
the question, and they
Mm.
kind of they talked about this on the Talking Dead this week. Is do you think there's a romantic connection between Carol and Daryl?
Well, she's
Or
she's kind
yeah.
of pushed for one, but he's definitely pushed back and not really wanting that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember seeing that. He was like, no.
Yeah, he's kind of laughed at her.
But do you
Yeah.
think
She's
losing
kind
her
of old.
and then getting her back might change his mind a little bit?
I don't know.
I'm thinking that's the plan.
I'm hoping they don't go for that.
Yeah,
I don't think
They
that
would.
I like the platonic relationship.
Mhm.
He really cares about her. I mean, it's definitely his favorite human.
Yeah, she's
but,
probably already
uh,
gone through menopause. I mean, look at her.
Oh,
That's
What?
messed up.
Dude,
That's messed
have
up.
some
Dude.
class.
It's a zombie apocalypse. They don't need to be worrying about children.
why is her hair still so short?
Who?
yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Do me a favor.
And Rick's beard is always just so kept up with.
Right.
I'm like,
Just
so
enough
I
to
would
so
go
well
for that
groomed.
5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you could do me a favor, could you hit him for me? I'd appreciate it.
Just give him a love tap. You're gonna have to go through me, Danger.
Also, I would like to add that the grass is very manicured at the jail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they were expecting something to happen. you
Oh.
know?
Maybe when no one's looking, zombies are kind of like goats, and they're kind of grazers, you know.
Yeah, I gotta ask. Would you want the undead to manicure your lawn? I mean, they're not really helpful for much. Maybe menial.
Have you seen
tasks.
Fido? The movie Fido?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah,
Explain.
it's they do exactly that.
How about the zombie whisperer? Has anybody seen that one yet?
Oh.
No, but what's that movie coming out? It's like a zombie love story. It's this guy. He's a zombie, and then he falls in love with a human, and his heart starts to beat again.
It's-
Oh, I saw that. In
Yeah.
the preview.
Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies. That looked really good.
I actually
I'm
kind of want to see
kinda-
it.
Supposedly the book was pretty good.
So true love is the cure of zombie outbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I know.
No.
It was true love the whole time.
Love can bring people back to life with a
Yeah.
tear just falling from you and landing on
Like a
someone.
magical wish onto their
Yeah.
their soul there. Yeah. Now, I want to get everybody's thoughts. Just kind of quick round of the table here.
Okay.
Do you think it's and this is in light of recent films with sparkly vampires versus werewolf transformers? Do you think that the vampire genre should take a break after the
Yes.
whole?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
Let the pain of Twilight go away for a little while.
the greatest
See,
woman vampire story ever
I just hate my
told.
protest didn't go so well.
I've only seen the first Twilight, but I really enjoyed that. It was just like a long Linkin Park video, and like I like Linkin Park. There's all
That's
sorts
awful.
of pretty people.
We
in
just
it.
stopped being friends.
So Come on,
Chach,
but
let's go get a beer.
I say I like all that stuff. So
There's just something
we
wrong.
can do some more.
Everything you just said was wrong. Like
Okay.
everything you just said was really bad.
No, it was true.
We're just gonna. Well, the other people will agree that Twilight kind of blows, and I won't go into my whole. I could do that all.
It's
night.
just not aimed at you.
Dude,
If there was a
Are-
transforming robot in Twilight, you would like it.
But there's transforming werewolves.
Transforming.
Transforming werewolf.
Well, see, my biggest
No,
problem with
sure.
Twilight, I mean, aside from all the angsty stuff, I get that's not being sold to me.
the
That's being sold to 15-year-old girls. Like, I get that, but it's
And bored housewives.
The only thing that really keeps vampires and all the vampire lore from taking over is the allergy to sunlight. Like that's a huge deal. Like that's a huge weakness, and when you take that away, like, how come in this universe
I mean, you're
vampires
not
haven't
taking it
taken
away
over?
completely. You're just changing it a little bit. I mean,
No, that is taking
28 days later did that, and they changed the rules of zombies, and they're like, oh, right, now they can run.
Well, what I'm saying is that now that the vampires don't have a weakness,
I don't like running zombies.
how are they not taken over? Like,
I
why
don't,
not
I
have
don't
no
particularly
weakness?
care for running zombies either, but I mean, that's the whole thing. Is that's how you keep those
Answer the question, sir.
those like monster
Answer the
archetypes
question.
alive by changing them throughout.
It's
the
not.
years.
But that's a massive change because you're taking away its weakness. You're saying it no longer has a weakness. So how come the vampires haven't taken over?
Well, you have to create new weaknesses, and I think that's what they do in Twilight with those vampires.
When they die from embarrassment,
creating-
we're laughing at them sparkling. That's their weakness right there.
You know, I was just hoping somebody would have stuck a stake in one of their hearts and they would explode it into sparkles. It would just been.
Well, I think in Twilight you have to like rip them all apart and then burn them in order to
It's
kill them,
kinda-
something like
you
that.
know-
They looked flammable.
If you had to do that, Buffy would have had the hardest job. Like, I mean, because she could just pop them and be
know,
done.
But that's my point. Is that like in the Twilight universe,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be in secret. They would be controlling everything. Like there'd be no point to them hiding in the shadows because shadows, light, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Well-
you know.
yeah. And I've only seen like the first one. It's like I can't speak too much for the story, but I don't know. I'm
I'll
all
say it
for
like this. You know, it's the greatest
huge
it's the
flaw.
greatest Mormon fairy tale ever told. That's what Twilight is, man.
Battlestar Galactica, dude.
Well, no, that too.
What are we talking about? Horrible endings now?
It's
Yeah,
not Mormon
that's it.
stuff, but yeah, go to horrible endings. Let's go
Oh
for that too.
God.
I told Mark Shepard I talked to him
Nice.
who's the lawyer there
That's high.
at one of the Dallas Comic Cons. I was like, you know what? Like, I wasn't all about the ending, and he was like, that's because it's beyond your experience. He totally told me off, and I was like, all right. But-
You know
Tell you
what?
that
Honestly,
about
watching the final season of the newer Battlestar Galactica, it really felt like watching 6-year-olds play a game where they make up the rules as they go along.
Yeah.
You know, they're like I shoot laser beams, so I hit you. Like, no, but I've got a
Yeah,
force
yeah.
field. Like, yeah, but my laser beams are fire laser beams. They go through force field. Oh, okay. And
Well,
this,
you start off watching a great science fiction TV show, and then it ends up like you're watching something like from the Left Behind series, where it's like, you know, like here's some angels, here's some I don't know,
You know,
throwing
I
all
gotta-
this religious
Let me,
stuff.
You
Sure.
get 20 points
Yeah.
for throwing a Left Behind reference into this.
I
Congratulations,
got one
sir.
from the
Round of
chat room
applause.
'cause we're talking about the
Jesus saves, bro.
We're talking about the,
He shoots. He also scores.
We're talking about the vampire genre because should probably take a break. Should zombies take a break?
Yeah.
yes.
Because World War Z is going to screw it up.
Oh, that I saw the trailer. It looks awesome, right? I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh, sarcasm. I get that.
No.
Okay,
No, okay. Brad Pitt looks awesome in that. And what like the zombies are all like
Gooey,
there's like
kind
a
of
Robert
floppy
Kirkman
stuff.
comic
Yeah.
that I forget where it's like this giant but it's made up of all these like individual people, and that's what the zombies in World War Z look like, where they're all like moving like this massive swarm of ants.
That sucks.
It's different. It's a new twist on it, and I think if they were coming out with a Night of the Living Dead type movie just with different skin every week, then people will get
But
bored,
World War Z
and
has
then
source
zombies would
material.
have to take a break. There's a
But the film-
book,
but the film
it's
has
written,
source material,
Yeah.
and they're just what you're talking about is
I'm
like
glad we're adding
not
the
had
two of
nothing to do
them.
with the source material, like at all.
See, I didn't read the book.
You're missing
Um,
out, dude. It's a great. Book.
Yeah, no, I hear it's really
Yeah.
good.
Can y'all do this weekly? Seriously.
We may occasionally take a break. We'll just let them go at it for an hour each
I'm saying,
week.
that's my break. I go out and go, get a drink. There's a
So,
Brown or clear?
Brown this week.
Okay.
but just in that one trailer, I was really invested in Brad Pitt and his family. I was like, all right.
I still think you're being sarcastic.
No, man, I'm completely serious. I love a lot of.
Because I've said exactly the exact same words
No, no.
in that same
Yeah,
tone,
and
but apparently my motivation's completely
As
different.
Sean's friend, he does. Sean's taste kind of. I look at Sean. I go, really, man?
I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man.
Apparently.
Was that did you just double that one up?
Fight.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be fun having him. Yes, Sean
I'm
actually
so,
has
yeah.
his own.
I'm on
Profile.
Chachi's side of the house on this one.
I'm
And
totally with
They
Chachi on
needed
this one.
walkers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think all the shufflers and the fast walkers just need to take a break and just take it down a notch.
Not chase us.
Take it down a notch. Come on, guys.
I want to see
Really.
aliens some more. I like seeing
Yes,
alien
yes.
stuff.
yes. Let's get back to some aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
'Cause that was
want
what-
to see some. I want to see some Space Marines kick some ass.
When I was a kid,
Well, I mean aliens in general, like not just the
Well,
the film
those-
Aliens. I mean like in general, like alien invasion movies and
Like
space
there's
movies. And
Not-
that
but not
that
like
Guillermo del
Battleship.
Toro movie. I don't know if they're aliens.
Pacific Rim.
What's the
They're
deal behind
they're
that?
kaiju, man. They're-
Kaiju.
I mean, but like, do we
Kaiju.
know where? I saw the trailer, and the one image that stuck out
what trailer?
was there's a trailer for
Big
the
ass monster.
Pacific Rim comes out
okay.
next time.
where they do it kind of like like fake news footage,
Mhm.
but then they're like panning over this this big carrier ship, and they show the skeleton of like this big barracuda, and I was like, oh man.
But we're getting
It's pretty
robot
excited.
mechs with that movie.
See, I,
you see,
we're
you
getting
got excited
giant
about
robots.
a barracuda.
about a big fish, man. I love big things that live underneath the sea. I used to go boogie boarding as a child,
They can't see that.
and I would. There was this moment where you jump off the boat and you have to swim to the boogie board, and that was were the
You can't see
scariest
that.
moments of my childhood because I was like, there could be anything underneath this water and I don't know what it is. And so whenever I see these sea monster movies, they excite me so much because I'm always like, it's I don't know, it's like.
Well,
How,
that's
how did you
feeling-
feel about Piranha 3D?
I enjoyed it, man. I
I
like.
like
So
it.
did I.
I
So did I. We
I
can
liked
agree
it
on
a
something.
lot.
There we go. Finally.
It's that as soon
We're
as
right back at.
Yeah,
there
yeah.
we go.
All right.
when there's
Friends
that, I mean, the classic moment. I never thought I would see a piranha burping out Robin's junk, and like that in 3D, no less.
Wow.
Robin's
And-
junk.
I mean, what's his Chris or
Chris O'Donnell.
who's the guy
It
who
wasn't Chris O'Donnell.
Not Chris
who was
O'Donnell.
that guy?
That was Jerry O'Connell.
Jerry O'Connell.
He wasn't
Oh.
Robin.
O'Connell.
He wasn't Robin.
No, it's a different O.
Oh, what was he in?
O'Donnell
He was the
Sliders.
fat kid in Stand By Me.
He's
Oh.
also on Sliders.
Sliders, yeah.
Well, then
And
never
he's-
mind.
He's married to Rebecca Ramin.
But the burp in the
Formerly
junk
Scream
thing
2.
was hilarious to me.
No, I was going to show real quick. We were talking about big kaiju.
Yeah, they can see it
May
past
not
all your
do-
little laps there.
This is Striker Eureka from Pacific Rim coming out.
No, that's a
next summer.
tablet computer.
Chris,
Please,
Chris,
people tell him he can't
here's the
see.
thing that's confusing to me. You have a WWE app on your front page of your app of your
You suck.
iPad.
Yes, I do.
You suck.
I didn't know you were a wrestling fan.
I enjoy the adversaries in the squared circle.
Do you?
Yes.
Who are your favorite wrestlers?
Who are my favorite wrestlers of all time?
No, like right now.
No.
Right now, ooh, tough call. I would say WWE. I'm gonna sound so generic. I like John Cena. He's cool. No, I would say I'm old school. I'm old school. I like Triple H.
Yeah.
I like. Let's see. Who's the guy? God, I'm trying to think of his name.
Big fan, huh?
Yeah, shut
Uh
up.
huh.
Shut up.
I'm like mouthing
That's
at
why I
the
asked because
camera.
I wasn't. I didn't know
will
this
say
about
this,
you.
I will say this. CM Punk. I can take him in small doses.
You know, I went to Wizard World Austin and just to see CM Punk, and it was totally worth it.
Best
He was
in the
only
world.
supposed to talk for like 30 minutes, and he ended up going for a full hour, and he was a good guy.
Can y'all like
One thing
hear
I
my
love about
cheer?
this app, it gives you all the wrestlers.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah. Hey, you leave
You
me
have a
alone.
squeaky chair.
How
over
about
there.
Daniel Bryan? Everybody loves Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan's awesome.
That's gonna get into my one of my
Yeah.
news stories.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Daniel
Okay,
Bryan
I'll
is
stop.
awesome.
I'll stop.
So yeah.
Yeah, wrestling just totally killed the conversation.
I know.
I
Thanks
like
for that.
wrestling.
I'm sorry. I was just surprised that.
I find that the only thing that I'll add something to wrestling because Raw is 3 hours on Monday now, and it's a freaking chore to watch. 2 hours of wrestling a week was.
I don't
probably
think you're
good-
drinking enough.
That is impossible.
That I mean, if you're sitting down and you're drinking and watching wrestling,
It's
it's like
infinitely better.
you're just locked in a time loop, and you know it could just go on
But
for 5
three-
hours
3
and
hours,
be
really?
completely okay.
Yeah, don't
Well,
know.
I look at it like this. I think, USA has got to figure out how to program something on a Monday night, and they don't want to put, another rerun of NCIS on there, because it might cost them a little more money.
One of the
But,
CIS shows.
People
Yeah.
watch American Idol. Isn't that show like 3 hours?
But it's.
I love that you're saying NCIS like a just a
God, can we
a rerun of some
Of a
crappy
rerun of it,
show.
yeah,
Can we
exactly.
talk
costs
about
more than doing a live
how
show.
how
of
can we talk about how terrible NCIS is?
It's like a show for people 55 and up. That's my mom and dad's favorite show.
No, it's like
It is my
So
mom's
many-
favorite show.
No,
It really
so
is.
my
Mark
parents
Harmon
love
and no
it.
bad language.
My last girlfriend loved it. My brother's like all about it. Every time I sit down to watch TV casually with people, they're always like,
Y'all
"Let's
need
watch
to
NCIS."
Y'all need to stop watching.
You need
this.
better
You know why?
friends.
You know why?
I know.
Because it's safe television. That's why. They feel safe
It
watching
is.
it.
I'm sorry from a real because I'm always watching, especially like military movies and putting in that is totally unrealistic. NCIS is about as unrealistic as far as forensic science as it can get.
Yeah.
In that show,
Why is every lab low lit? Do they not have like fluorescent lighting in any of these labs?
They like to be moody.
Go figure. I'm
Like
examining
to
a
brood
likes
in
to
the
be
lab.
moody and
I'm
brooding.
examining a body. Let's turn down the lights a little bit more.
I don't want to be able to see the evidence.
Yeah,
God,
and
I
that you ever
hate
seen that show Leverage?
I hate that.
Yeah.
damn show.
That
not
show's
show.
terrible too.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, but leverage is trying to be leverage is
we
trying to
gotta
be
defend
But
Mission Impossible is what it's trying
One
to
of
be.
the chatters was
going
going to defend NCIS, but he said he
Yeah.
was all alone on it. Huh?
have you?
What happened?
But the thing about Leverage, have you noticed that the White Ranger is on Leverage?
Oh, that's right.
Jason David Frank.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's one of the main characters.
You know
on
he's an
Leverage.
MMA fighter now.
Yep.
Yeah, he fights for Christ.
But-
I'm not kidding.
Well,
I'm
does
not
he?
kidding. Like that's
Okay.
his whole thing.
I'm
Like
sorry,
he's
I
got a
shouldn't
gym
laugh.
Well,
where he
before you
teaches
go
kids
any-
how to fight for Christ.
Well, before you
Man.
go any further, he does very well at fighting for Christ because
I'd say he's a couple thousand years late.
He beats people down. I'm sorry. He
Chachi, we're going to hell.
some dude came out to fight him wearing a Ninja Turtle costume,
Just knocked them out.
and about 2 minutes later, he was regretting wearing that Ninja Turtle costume down to the ring.
You never regret wearing a digital costume.
When you're making fun of somebody, probably. If I've learned anything going into any fights, don't talk smack because you might be eating pavement next. So you don't set yourself up to win when it's possible you might lose. So.
Sure.
But he paid for it. So I like that the White Ranger's probably like the only legitimate Power Ranger out of that whole series. Because I actually,
The Green Ranger was cool, but he was also the Green Ranger, right?
Yeah, he was
Wasn't he
the-
the Green Ranger? And then
Yeah,
he was
Ken the
just
White,
like,
yeah.
he was kind of like the super cool nerd show. He was like, yeah, now I'm the White Ranger.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Season 2 of
y'all
the
wanna-
original Power Rangers.
y'all want me to share something with you?
Share.
When I was younger and I was doing martial arts, they put out a casting call to all the martial arts schools for the Power Rangers.
Yep.
And I went down. And I actually, this is when I was like 14 or 15. I went down, they looked me over, and they said, you can stay. I'm like, ooh. Then I got out there, I did my routine, bust out the martial art, a lot of fancy stuff. They were like, you can stay. I read the line, you can stay. Then I could go. It was down to me and like,
Walter Jones.
no, I was there with two of the people that actually got on the show.
Really?
I was in the last running. There were 6 people, and they were like, thank you for coming.
Was it
Apparently,
Billy?
I
Was it
looked too
Billy?
old. Huh?
Were you beat out by Billy?
I forget which one it was because
The one,
I really wish that with the original team, I really wish the Red Ranger was played by a Native American just to make it that much more racist. Because the Black Ranger was black and the Yellow Ranger was Asian. Like let's just keep that going, but they didn't. They kind of fell short on that one.
I like how the
Yeah, go
connective
figure they just
tissue
dropped another
that's,
racist element
that's
of
been
the
there
show.
throughout like the 10 years of Power Rangers is Bulk. It's like the fat guy
He's
who's
like
just hanging
50 now.
around. He somehow manages to find like all these groups of kids and just hang out with them.
It's kind of pathetic.
kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like I could have got that role.
I almost had it.
At
I
your
was really
audition.
disappointed because also I was there all damn day for that, and I was like, well, this show will never work. I was saying that show is going to be canceled. Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised when I keep seeing commercials for like a new one. I'm like, wait, this is still going on?
Yeah, they just keep coming up with Ranger series in
As long as
Japan.
they're
Well,
and they keep
making
adapting
Sentai,
them.
they're going to keep.
There's
making
new
Power
ownership now. Saban bought the rights back.
Right.
So now they're I
And
guess
somehow
I don't
we've
know.
gone on a transfer. I mean,
Well, you've seen the new series from Japan, right? The one they're supposed to be. They're like angels and they're fighting demons or something. I think that's the concept that the new Power Rangers.
you are way too much into Power Rangers.
That sounds awesome. It's
Yeah.
kind of like the plot of that new Dragon Ball Z movie coming out where they're fighting gods.
Yeah.
But once you go Super Saiyan enough times, you got to fight starting
Hold on,
gods
hold
at
on. How
one
did I
point.
miss this? There's another Dragon Ball Z movie coming out,
Yeah.
like live action.
And they're actually
anime.
going to finish Dragon Ball Z Kai. I don't know if you ever watched that show, but they canceled
Is
it.
the movie live action or a cartoon?
It's going to be cartoon.
Okay, good.
When it?
I couldn't
Oh,
take
you're
another
talking
li-
about.
My
I
friend
can't
won't be
take another
voicing
live
that.
action movie.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed that.
It won't stand up.
It wasn't that bad.
You just have the worst taste.
Damn it,
dude.
BMO.
He
Like,
does.
you're just proving that
Sure
over and
has
over
the
again.
worst taste.
Hey.
That's why he's my
Yeah.
friend. Seriously.
You know what? I'm not going to be judged.
What's your opinion of the film Geely? Is that like a favorite movie too? I mean,
Look, okay.
Okay.
I did not see Geely, but I did not want to.
you will love it.
But I enjoyed Jersey Girl, which was around that same time.
Oh God.
Do you
Okay.
not like
Muppet ran
I'm
off?
sorry. I
off-
like. Okay.
Do you not like Jersey Girl either?
I honestly haven't seen it, so
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna say one thing or
Okay.
another. But actually, I do plan on watching it because lately this week I've been committing some of my free time towards watching films that I haven't seen that everybody kind of agrees sucks.
Mhm.
Right right now I'm in the middle of watching Alexander again in my free time, which I have very little of. So far, Alexander's pretty awesome. I don't know everyone dogged on it, but my next film I'm gonna watch is gonna be Jersey Girl. So.
Oh, nice. I've been waiting for there's supposedly a director's cut where there's 30 minutes more at the beginning where it has J-Lo, but they cut because of all the Geely stuff.
This is
Instead
J-Lo's
just-
luscious booty.
Yeah,
This is totally off of our usual topics here.
it's all good. But okay,
I think,
wait.
Come
I
back.
think we should have this conversation
I
real
think we
quick.
found out who's going to be on the film show. I think it's just going to be Chachi
Okay,
and Sean.
what are your
Just yelling at
what are
each
your
other.
top 3 favorite
I'm just going to
movies?
sit back and laugh at them.
Jeremiah Johnson's definitely number one.
Awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've never heard of that movie.
Great movie.
Well, you
Who's
made a
in it?
mistake
Who's in
right
it?
There.
Robert Redford.
James.
Oh.
So it's an older movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Not
can say
necessarily,
older,
he's
like
still
it's not
alive.
worth me watching. Like, oh, it's an older
No.
movie.
I mean, like I've seen more newer movies than I have older
Sure.
movies, so that's kind of
right on.
how that goes.
Is it a youth thing? Or?
All right. So what's your next one?
I mean, everything else just from there just kind of becomes this big pool of movies I love. You know, it's hard to say like my top 3, but you know,
Okay.
Jeremiah Johnson's my number 1. You know, Reservoir Dogs is up
That's
there.
good. That's good.
That tends to get listed almost every single time. You know, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. I mean, it's a great epic. I love westerns.
Cool.
Pretty much just about anything from Sam Peckinpah. Like, huge fan of Sam Peckinpah's work.
Have you seen Sukiyaki Western to Django?
I couldn't finish it. I hated it.
Oh, see, I thought that was fun.
I bet.
Is that?
I
Is that
dude,
Quentin
I
Tarantino's
love
thing?
Takashi Miike movies.
Oh.
So like I'm a big fan of like Ichi Killer, Happiness of the Katakuris.
I liked 13 Assassins.
Yeah,
That was pretty awesome.
cool. I have not seen that one yet.
Chach, you've been a fan of Western, so what do you think of Django Unchained or whatever?
You know, I'm gonna piss a lot of people off right now. I still feel kind of burned by Tarantino's movies as of late. So it's one of the things that like I'm being really skeptical of.
What do you mean
Like,
as of late?
I'm gonna see it, but like I don't. I'm just trying to be apprehensive about it. You know, like I don't want to get my hopes too high, so that way I can enjoy it if I go in with low
I
expectations.
think we need to wait for, because Jamie Foxx, he's going to be Electro, apparently. Right. What, Chris?
There was an awkward
Nothing.
moment there. What happened?
I don't know. I'm talking about Jamie Foxx.
I think
playing
okay.
Electro, so.
One
I'm
thing
stoked
on,
about
on
that.
Django, I think
it would
it's
be awesome.
You know, the last time Tarantino tried to do an homage, he did *Inglourious Bastards*, and it came out okay. It wasn't my favorite Tarantino movie.
I really didn't care for it. Like I went in and I spent the entire movie going like just enjoy it. Just sit there and just enjoy it. Which is kind of like what rape victims tend to say to themselves. You know, it's just like just to sit here and enjoy it. Just
Sounds
sit
like
here
you're
and
writing a
enjoy
movie
God.
review for Ain't It
So-
Cool News.
It's kinda like me and
Thanks, Harry.
Titanic.
You're right. I'm being an ass. I'm sorry.
No, it's
no,
all right.
but I really wanted to like it, and I just didn't. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
really didn't care for it. I mean, and a lot of those things are, the title characters are hardly in it. We hardly get to know any of them.
Yeah.
It becomes like this schlocky, sticky thing.
No, I agree with you.
Um,
But there's some great scenes in the movie. That,
Yeah, but
like
I mean,
that-
you have some great gems and a
Yeah,
giant
yeah.
pile of shit.
like with Eli, that Eli Ross stuff.
Bear
All
Jew.
scenes were great. I thought.
I'll disagree.
Oh, well, I
And-
thought
and
I thought
then
he was
gunning down
hilarious.
Hitler. Well, I know it was right at the end, but I was just like, I am done with this. They're machine gunning Hitler now. Okay.
Well, I thought
I'm
that was
done.
awesome.
See, my favorite scene is actually when BJ Novak is like scalping some dude and just looking up, totally smiling as he's doing it. That's my favorite shot of the entire movie. He's just like, hey, like just like a grinning idiot. He's like scalping some dude. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some great gems. I mean, Brad Pitt was hilarious and great and all that in the film. But I mean, I really enjoyed the original *Inglourious Bastards*.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
That's an awesome flick.
See, I haven't seen
Dirty
that.
Dozen.
Yeah.
Again, another.
Sean is going to have some
No,
criteria.
see, I haven't seen that.
So-
He's
so
gonna
Have you
have
ever
some
seen
rules.
The Dirty Dozen? You
No.
have never seen The Dirty
you've got
Dozen?
some
One of the
homework.
greatest World War II movies ever made.
That and
Oh.
Kelly's Heroes, man.
See, I don't
That
like.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's
See, I don't want to
Sutherland
see
is-
that.
is
Same
hippie
thing.
tank
Like,
driver.
What's that?
that's why I
Sutherland's
don't. Why don't play the Call of Duty games where they're
Right.
set like in older times because I don't like using the old
O-
guns.
older times? Excuse
Yeah.
me?
I'd
How old
rath-
are you?
I'd rather play the
Oh.
modern warfare games. I'd rather watch the modern
There's going
movies.
to be you know what? From now on, there's going to be a
You're
hazing
off.
process to be part of
This
show.
is why you like bad movies because you don't know the classics.
Oh.
This is a big problem right here.
I saw Clerks.
This is something we need to correct.
That's
That's from the freaking '90s. You're gonna say like a classic.
That's
I mean,
about as old as I'd like to go.
the '70s is the golden age of cinema, man.
Okay,
Like, how do you,
okay. For those just
Uh,
joining us, there's a cinema pissing match going on between me right now.
All right. Well, I'll tell you my three favorite.
Let me
movies.
guess. You've never seen The Godfather, right?
No.
Oh my god!
I could care less about that.
That's it. I'm out.
All right.
Have you seen the original Star Wars trilogy? At least?
Yes,
And
I've
with
seen that.
We are going to take our 10-minute
I have
break.
seen that.
Because they're going to fight it out. Okay. Ladies and gents, we're going to take 10 and we'll be right back with some
I gotta
nerd
smoke a
news.
cigarette. This is awful.
Yes, we're going to talk. We're coming back with some nerd news. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
You really never.